Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and I'm going to do the flip through on my Noah's Ark journal. So we have the opening is an old closure that I had in my button box, and I just sewed it onto a strip of fabric. This wood pattern fabric symbolizes the ark to me, and then this symbolizes the water to me. So you've got your water, and then inside you've got your ark. And here's the title page. I've got edges on here from my Cricut kit on Etsy. This is one of them. And then the very beginning story of Noah, how he says, I will wipe out mankind. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. So that's the beginning of the story. I've got note paper throughout. The kit has altered paper clips. And I've got fabric all over the place in here on the edges. There's the other side of the paper clip. So I've got these pairs of animals. So you've got rabbits and you've got the leopards. This was in the kit and I just made a big tag out of it. Writing paper. Here's a pocket. This is one of the Noah old antique artwork of Noah's Ark, and I made a pocket here. And it has the emus. That's in the kit. All the animals are in the kit, so I don't have to keep saying that. Here's my button edge that I did. Pretty happy with that. And some cute, my Tim Holtz fabric with the measuring stick, which kind of goes with what they're doing. Here's my little clusters with the three sons of Noah's names from the kit. And we've got a flip out with the elephants and the polar bears. This shows the construction of the ark. So this artwork that I put into this journal, I went all over the place and found a lot of amazing artwork about Noah's Ark. And so that's what is in this kit. Writing paper that I tea dyed, actually coffee dyed through a stencil. One of the tags. My little painted border. I'm going to have to do more of that. I thought that came out cute. Grommet, writing paper. Here's another little folio flip out. And it's got the little pigs, a pair of pigs inside of it. And here's your giraffes. That one got stuck in. I'm going to have to, there. Some more about the ark being constructed, artwork. This is another pocket, another old vintage poster about Noah's Ark with the tigers in there. Writing paper, and here's another piece of the story that I've made a tag out of, where he says, I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall enter the ark, you, your sons, your wife, your sons' wives with you. And 2x2, another grommet, writing paper, a little tag, and another pocket. Here's another one of my Cricut edges. Some more great artwork, I think. I couldn't believe all the artwork that's out there. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's a pretty well-known and well-loved story, at least the part about the animals. So here's another fold out with the animals, another painting I found. And in here we have the rhinoceroses, fussy cuts, and monkeys. We have the horses, some more writing paper, some more artwork about them getting the animals on the ark. Oh, and so this is broken into sections. So this signature was about building the ark. And then this section is about getting the animals on the ark. Another tag, writing paper, a little notepad that we made, some more fabric on the edges, and there's the animals going onto the ark. And then this signature is about the water, the rain. And the paintings that I used on this are all about water. And there's the elk or deer. And some writing papers, the zebras, and another type of deer, and lions, and writing paper, and another tag that tells about, this is the scripture in Noah that mentions Noah. I mean, scripture in Matthew that mentions Noah. The coming of the Son of Man will be just like the days of Noah, for as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark. And they did not understand until the flood came and took them all away. So will the coming of the Son of Man be. A pretty sobering, somber scripture, but you know, that's the part of Noah's Ark that often gets overlooked. It's all about the cute animals, but it's really a pretty tragic story when you think about the loss of mankind. And that's kind of what this signature is meant to make us think about. Here is my 4 flat box fold, and this is kind of the main scripture I focused on. I established my covenant with you, and all flesh shall never again be eliminated by the waters of a flood, nor shall there again be a flood to destroy the earth. And so I've got some links up here that are fussy cuts from the kit. And then these, let's see, what are these called? Some kind of sloth bear. And then these are tickets. You know, I always like to put tickets in my kits if I can. Noah's Ark, Admit 1, and of course there are only 6 tickets. I figured Noah and his wife were kind of the owners of the ark, so they gave 6 tickets out to their sons and their sons' wives. So that's in there. And you can fold that up however you want. Writing paper, some more water, and chickens, and writing paper. I put a lot of writing space in this journal, and some antique lace trim, and another pocket. And here are the alpacas. And then that's the water signature. So now we have it where the animals are coming off of the ark. So we've got this folding out, and this is an old piece of artwork of them coming off the ark. And then in here we have kangaroos, and we have hippopotamuses, and another one of the tags with the scripture. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. So that's there. Writing space. Here's some porcupines. And there's another picture, a drawing from a long, long time ago of Noah while the animals are leaving. And I also had my old family Bible. I took the scriptures about Noah and combined those with artwork all over the place. So there's some hedgehogs, and another tag from the kit about in the days of Noah in 1 Peter. And another, here's the rain starting to let up, and here's writing space. There's the animals coming off. And there's another one with the lion and his, well, they're both lions, the male and female lion. And here are some leopards, bears, chickens. There's another one of the altered paper clips, goats. And here's some more of the animals coming off on this. And another one with them coming off. And then there's my pop-up of the ark. And this is the Bible page that tells the story of Noah. And then here's another, oh, these both have pockets. I glued this in and created pockets. And so tags in those pockets. Here's the rainbow. Here we have wolves and we have donkeys. And so this section is about the rainbow and the covenant that God made with Noah. So here they come off and they make an offering. There's the camels. There's another altered paper clip, the donkeys, and then the camels on the other side of it. And another one of the scriptures about that time, and the rainbow. Another one, scripture from the Bible about it, from Hebrews. By faith, Noah, being warned by God about things not yet seen, in reverence, prepared an ark for the salvation of his household, by which he condemned the world and became an heir of the righteousness which is according to faith. And then one more pop out, or a fold out, whatever you want to call it, folio. This one has rabbits. And that is the end. There's the rainbow again. And that is the end of the journal. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.